Hello everyone, my name is Vincent alongside my best friend Gabriel, and today we got our first podcast, episode 1. Let's start off. As you guys know, we are a Lord of the Rings channel, so we love making Lord of the Rings content all the time. Anyway, let's start off with, I guess, the most important question. What is your favorite Lord of the Rings movie?
Return of the King. It's easy. It's just, I love, it's like the climax of all the first two movies coming in, and then the ending when just like Gollum destroys Ring, kind of,
Right.
and then like it's just the emotional Sam and Frodo.
Yeah, I guess it's the ending of like a total extended clips included like a 12 hour movie.
Yeah.
Like, or combined series, so I guess it's the climax, definitely. And I definitely I like all of them, but I don't know, I really love all of them, so I'm not gonna pick my favorite. Just joking, no. I'll go with Return of the King as well.
Okay.
Just because, yeah, it's definitely so great.
Alright, so we both act as, we wear multiple hats, we act as many characters.
Right.
What's your favorite character to act as?
I really like acting as, I love Aragorn, acting as him, because I'm basically always him.
Mm-hmm.
It's just, I became better acting him because of so many times, all the scenes we did of him. And we haven't done one in a while, but stay tuned for Boromir and Aragorn clip in Lothlorien.
Yeah.
That'll come out in a couple videos. But yeah, I definitely like acting as Aragorn. And I also love acting as dwarves, Bofur, Dwalin, and Thorin. They're all great, so I can definitely portray dwarf pretty well.
Yeah.
But I'm gonna shoot that question right back at you.
Man, I'm gonna have to go with King Theoden. There's Saruman and Frodo, but there's nothing like acting as King Theoden. Sometimes it can be tough acting as him, because I mess up his lines, and also you want me like to be more dramatic, and like which for good reason. But I just sometimes I'm not good at it. But then,
I feel like every single time you portrayed him was almost spot on. I really like the best one you acted as him was definitely Where Was the Horse and the Rider. Is that the best video we ever had?
the lighting is really good. It does not get
The
enough attention.
cinematography is definitely, I feel like, the best on that one. Is it the best? Maybe, but the cinematography definitely hands down is the best.
I just say I like how I do have that little smile.
Yeah, that's
Think
what
Theoden
is that
does.
what King Theoden does, right?
He does.
And who was I acting as?
Gamling?
Gamling, yeah. As you say, who am I, Gamling? Let's switch to that clip right now.
Who am I, Gamling?
You are a king, sire. So that's the best cinematography-wise scene. But what is the best scene overall? What's your favorite scene that we acted in and most enjoyable to make?
Scene, like just scene.
Like video,
Alright.
like a YouTube video.
The one that we had, the Bilbo's unexpected visitor, was really well made.
And like that may be second for cinematography. I feel like right under Where Was the Horse and the Rider, and also it was very fun to make. I think it was 11 o'clock at night at my house, and it was just we were like, I guess let's just make a video because it was I don't know, Anthony, the guy that plays Gimli. Let's switch to that one clip where he says his line.
Let him stay there!
Anyway, that guy, it was his
That dude.
birthday, so we were over at the house.
I was over at your
He was
house.
over at the house, and we were like, let's just make a video. So we decided to make that video, and it was really fun to make, and everything about it, like the setting was very nice, like the candle, that one candle that we had lit, and like Bilbo just about to enjoy his meal, and then he gets an unexpected visitor of Dwalin.
I know. So rude that you stole Bilbo's meal.
Well, that steak was really good, except that you seasoned it with a lot of
Lemon.
juice. But yeah, that was definitely, I feel like, sorry, I kind of stole, that was my question to you, but I kind of stole that answer.
Well, I gave that answer, and then
Right.
you just elaborated.
And it was, yeah, and I feel like both of ours was both of our favorites, like one of them to make.
Yeah. So, we've made lots of videos. There's lots of scenes that sometimes we're like, oh, this is a tough one to do, you know what I mean? Especially if we just have two people.
Right.
Now that we have usually an extra filmer, it's a lot easier to do.
Thank you to Anthony.
Thank you to Anthony. It's a lot easier to, make videos. But is there, like, a certain video that you think we never really gave up on a video?
Right. We never started
Wait.
making one, and then we're like, actually, let's not make this. The only one I
Yeah.
can think of, there was one that was early on, only 2 filmers, was the Beacons of Minas Tirith are lit. When
Oh,
Aragorn
that's
won.
right.
I don't know if you forgot about that one. It was
Yeah.
early on in our YouTube career, and it was just very choppy. Only 2 filmers. The places where I ran weren't the best. The doors that we opened, everything looked a bit choppy. I fully edited it, so I have it edited, but it just didn't look good. And I told Gabe we're not gonna be able to send this out.
We will remake it.
Oh,
at some
definitely.
point.
That's a great scene to do. It's just
And Rohan will answer.
we need another Theoden and Aragorn. But yeah, that was definitely the worst one. That never seen. I don't think there was really any other one that we didn't put on YouTube. Except one.
There is one.
There's one. There's this 10-second clip of Gabriel as Aragorn and Anthony as
Theoden.
King Theoden. And then my character, I'm not gonna tell you guys who it was,
That's
but we'll leave it up for
speculation.
Speculation, right? But we agreed before we made this podcast that if we get to 1,000 subscribers, whenever, if it's 5 years from now, just whenever, we will, which it won't be. We know you guys will subscribe. Smash that like button. We know, and subscribe button. We know that we said we'd put it out at 1,000 subscribers, this 10-second video. It was before we even came out with our first video. We just decided to make a really short Lord of the Rings clip, and it's very cringy, and it's a weird
It's
video.
funny.
Yeah, I love it.
I
As soon
love
as
it.
it started off. But then we transitioned into a more realistic, more better filmed videos.
Can we talk about our first actual video? Do you want to tell a little story about that one real quick?
Like how we started our entire YouTube channel.
Yeah, kind of, but also our first video, that little backstory behind it.
Okay, yeah. So, we were like, I think we were watching some random Lord of the Rings clips, maybe 2 Lord of the Rings or something, and anyway, just some random Lord of the Rings clips that make funny edits, and we were like, why not just make a regular Lord of the Rings scene? So we looked for some scene that would be easy to make, and we found Gandalf and King Theoden, the burial of his son, right after the burial of his son Theodred. And we decided just to make a funny clip, not funny, just like a clip that, like, just edited with music in it and see if it sounded good.
Mhm.
And once it was edited, I think I edited it. I called Gabe and I was like, maybe we should just put it on YouTube. And at first Gabe was like, no, let's not do YouTube. But then he saw the clip and then he was like, yeah, I guess let's put it on YouTube. So we started off, we put it out first video, and we called ourselves Lord of the Rings Shorts.
That was our name for a while.
Yeah, for the first 5 or 6 videos, I think.
Yeah.
Right? And then Anthony, like the guy that plays Gimli, that clip.
Let him rot. Why should we care?
Yeah, that guy, he decided, I asked him what name we should change it to, just because Lord of the Rings Shorts was a little generic, right?
Yeah.
And then we started calling ourselves Dudes from Bag End.
That was like 2 videos probably.
Yeah, and then Anthony was like, or I forget, we were all discussing about it, and maybe broaden it a bit, Dudes from Middle Earth, and that's how our name stuck.
We're not gonna give him all the credit though.
Yeah, we'll give him most of the credit, but we're the ones that actually changed it, so.
Yeah. He didn't go and actually change the name.
Yeah, so we changed it, but he gave the good idea. But yeah, that's how our YouTube channel kind of started.
Yeah.
Because we were just like, alright, let's throw it out. And then we started off with the next video, which was Where Was Gondor with Myself Fell. And that one actually is closing in on 1,000 views, 950.
Let's
around
get there. It's probably a little over there, over 950 now, but something said
Yeah, so everyone, make sure you go check out that video, because that video, although the editing's not the greatest, or the filming,
a lot of passion was put in
yeah,
that video.
like the acting was definitely the best.
And it was, believe me, that was a hard video to make, because like we said, it was just me and him filming, so like we had to be saying our line or even acting with like the camera literally holding like this. That's why you may see it shaky, like we're literally
Right,
holding the camera
yeah,
like
and
this.
shaking a bit.
But so we have some new stuff that we're gonna be releasing, not just like videos, normal
Right.
like scenes from Lord of the Rings or The Hobbit.
Right, we are keeping those videos every 5 days or so.
We'll try to.
Right, and the reason we switched it, before we get to our last topic, but the reason we switched it from every other day to around 5 or 6 days or so is because we're putting more effort into these videos. Before June, and like, it's about February to June, our videos were getting less views because we were coming out every other day, and there wasn't as much effort we were putting into them, and they looked a bit off. The acting, our acting wasn't the greatest, the filming wasn't the greatest, the editing, it was rushed, so everything was a little off about it, and they weren't picking up the views. And we decided that we'd come out with every 5 or 6 days or so, because it looked better, and it was a lot easier for us because it was mentally challenging, kind of going every other day, meeting with each other every other day to film, or every day. Some days we came over 5 days in a row, and we just had to keep shooting videos. So yeah, what we're gonna do now is 5 or 6 days, and then let's continue about what else we have coming because we got some great things coming.
Yeah. Like we said, Vincent said, we have some great things coming. We have some more meme compilations thanks to Samuel Nicholas, who is a great help. And then we have some trivia.
Right.
That was your idea. I think that's a good idea.
And the reason I got it was because of the Samuel Nicholas meme compilation. We were like, actually, let's do something different. Let's not only film videos. Let's film like scenes. Let's film other stuff related to Lord of the Rings.
Right.
So one of these days, Gabe and I are gonna. I might just ask him trivia, or we might have a competition of who knows more about Lord of the Rings. I think we're gonna just do Lord of the Rings films, just because the books have a lot of stuff in it that we probably couldn't cover all of it. So there's definitely going to be some trivia
Coming up.
and then there's obviously the podcast coming up.
Stay tuned for a special
Very
guest.
special. He is actually the one who came up with the idea for the meme compilation and put it together for us, Samuel Nicholas. So in a couple episodes we may have Samuel Nicholas on it, so stay tuned for that.
Yeah, that'll be good. And then I think that we have some more stuff that could be on the way soon, but
It's
we kind of have
brewing.
like 3
Right.
different things, so it's gonna
Main
be
ideas.
yeah, so it's gonna be good and great different content for you guys.
Right, and yeah, and we're still coming out with the actual videos every 5 days, and then we got these podcasts maybe every month, and if you guys like it, every 2 months, and then we got the trivia. We could come out like every month or 2 months. Meme compilations every couple months maybe. Just as long as whatever you guys want. So make sure to comment down below, and we'll get right on it. We'll do what you guys want.
One quick thing, we will be probably putting out a quick short. It's kind of like a trailer for a video that comes out the next day.
We'll probably put it the day before.
The day before usually, so that'll be a little preview of what's to come. So be ready for those.
All right. Yep. And Dude Twitter Alert signing off for now.
I was thinking, I don't know if I could have said like